So you don't need a personal brand because you are a middle manager stuck in a dead end job, right? Or could it be that you are a subject matter expert who's highly skilled in training new entrants? Hi there. My name is Neha, and as I started to work on this very new YouTube channel, and thank you so much for clicking on this one. Thank you. The one thing that I noticed on YouTube and everywhere else was that when people spoke about personal brand, they only talked about it either in context of creators who were trying to establish themselves on YouTube or other social media channels, or they spoke about it in terms of what your online or digital presence is. Whereas in reality, your personal brand goes far beyond that. It's not just about what you post, it's about how you show up in every situation, how you work, how you communicate, how you treat others. Whether online or offline, your brand is a reflection of your values and consistency. Your brand is a living, breathing thing wherever you are, in every action, interaction, not just on a screen. I've been working for what, 20 years now, and I was always in sales, and I had always had a love for branding and marketing. And I only got to flex my branding or marketing muscles really in 2015 when I started my venture. And that was the time when I realized that a lot of what your company's or your product's identity becomes is so dependent on what your brand stands for. And then cut to last year when I got into coaching and I got certified as a coach myself, and I got to learn a completely new aspect of how we can look at corporate professional human behavior, or human behavior in general. I was able to sort of amalgamate my love for branding, which continues, with these coaching principles, and I realized, hey, that's what a personal brand is all about, right? It is all about how you show up, and you now can use these different tools to craft your own persona. And interestingly, a lot of the quotes or a lot of theories that I have heard over the years from marketing professionals or marketing gurus like this gentleman are also something that you can look at, break apart, and take towards creating your personal brand. So, Mr. Gordon says a brand is the set of expectations, memories, stories, and relationships that, taken together, account for a consumer's decision to choose one product or service over another. Think about a very good friend that you had in school, someone you were very close to at that point in time but are no longer in touch. What is that person to you today except for a set of memories, expectations, experiences, and some vague idea? That's what they are right now, right? And now zoom out and think about all the people that you have come across in your life. Think about, I don't know, think about your boss. Um, that your boss is a perception or an idea that lives in your mind. Now, they may be thinking of themselves or perceiving themselves entirely differently than what you think. But to you, their brand stands for a certain set of values, a certain set of experiences, a certain set of memories, and also a certain classification in terms of what their qualities are, what they're good at, what they're bad at. You have given them a category in your head and compartmentalized it, and that's where they live. So now, if you were to mirror that whole idea and say, okay, so I am a brand as well. I am a brand that exists in other people's mind. And how can I define that? I'm not saying that you need to. There's entirely possible that you don't need to. But let's for a minute, let's play along and say, how can I refine that? For that, what we need to think about is what a brand really does. In the simplest of terms, a brand helps you to recognize a product, assess its quality, and simplify the choice for you as a consumer. Let's visualize this. It's the long weekend. You have packed up your family, gotten your friends together, and all of you guys are off on a road trip. And you started early in the morning because you wanted to beat the traffic. If it's been a while since you're on the road, and now you want to, you're looking for a place to eat, everybody wants to go to the loo, your kids are getting cranky. So you want something that is convenient, that is fast, that tastes good, and that is hygienic. You will use your wants or what you are looking for as a measure to figure out or to simplify your choices to say which are the stops that you will not take, which are the ones that you will probably consider. And there will be probably a couple of places in your mind which you're like, yeah, that's the place I want to go to because I went there the last time and it was the food was good, the ambience was okay, and it was a clean place for everybody to kind of freshen up. That's exactly what branding is, right? In your mind, you have a certain set of characteristics or qualities that you have given to your ideal choice. You've also considered a couple of compromises that you're willing to make in case your ideal choice does not present itself. And you definitely 100% know what you will not go for. And then you have automatically also categorized certain places in this case or certain stops in this case which fall into that, which fall into your ideal category, certain which are like, yeah, okay, if I can't find anything better, I'll do that. And certainly some which you're never going to go to. So, in effect, what I'm trying to say is that even in our daily lives, for pretty much every decision that we take, there is certain amount of associative play that we do in our heads towards those decisions, just to make those decisions easier for ourselves. And the same logic applies when you look at things from the perspective of a future role, right? Whoever is the decision maker for your future role, they also have a certain set of characteristics in their mind which they feel are required, non negotiables, some which are good to have, but if they don't exist, it's okay, and some which are 100% definitely a no no. And it is a combination of the organization's culture, it is a combination of that person's values, the person who's making this decision, their values, their experience, their specific likes or dislikes, their understanding of what the role needs, their experience with the past person, whoever the person was who was doing that role, and what the organization really is looking to do in the future. A lot of it, of all the attributes that I mentioned, are possibly out of our control. Some certainly, definitely are. But if we were to simplify this whole thing, we have to only look at our fitment towards our dream role or our fitment towards the target audience that is going to make that decision in three simple parts. And they are who you are in terms of your persona, your qualifications, and your competence, what you do in terms of your exhibited values, your work experience, and your past success. And these two come together to help make the employer the decision of why you should be the choice for that particular role. This is where your personal brand comes in. You have to understand the three aspects in terms of your current brand, and you have to understand that in terms of what your dream role requires and see how best you can make that alignment. And that alignment would require you to exhibit the same values as much as possible. It would require you to learn or highlight the right skills, and it require you to create an evidence of reliability. That's all that anybody is ever looking for. The right fit, the right culture, and the right person for the job. Now I recognize the fact that I'm taking a fairly complex idea and making it sound really simple. In real life, it might not be the case, and of course, if we are accepting or if we are starting from the point that it is that your brand is or any brand is an idea that lives in somebody else's mind, we have to accept the fact that maybe not everybody is willing to change their mind. Um, but I would also like you to consider the possibility that changing everybody's mind is not the battle we are here to win, because we possibly will not win it. what I would like to do through this video and through the series of through the next series of videos is simply to change yours about yourself, because it's something that I have personally gone through. It has taken me 42 for almost 42 years to understand that I can think differently about myself. Forget about anybody else. I can think differently about myself, and I think that um, is the only barrier we need to cross for us to be able to do whatever we like. Not to be able to win whatever we like, but to be able to give it a shot. And to help you give it a shot, what I have done is that I've created a template of sorts, which is a series of questions, which helps you reflect a little bit and understand whether the way that you are thinking about your brand is the best way out there, and is there something else that you can do about it. The intention of the questionnaire is simply to, get some thoughts going, have some ideas running, help you understand if there are areas of refinement that are required. And I have categorized it into these three categories in terms of who you are, what you do, and why should anybody choose you. And if this whole template is something that you are interested in, please, you know send me a comment, send me a DM, and I'll be more than happy to share it with you. As always, thank you so much for taking out precious time and spending these last few minutes listening to me. I hope that this was helpful. I would uh, I would love it if you share your comments and your thoughts with me on this video and what I can do to improve it. And subscribe, man. That's all. Yeah. I will see you soon. Bye bye.